Ricky Rich على مافيا ونفاري طلالي بريتي قالي حبيبي ونتيا صمينيا ماما زينة حبيبي.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Firstly, we will go through with the task definition. The title of the assignment given to our group is entitled Muslim Scholar in Malaysia. To solve this problem, our group has had a discussion with group members to identify more accurate information related to the topic given. Before starting the search, our group has planned to divide some tasks to each group member to facilitate the information search process. Based on the title given, our group has detailed some elements by focusing on scholars who are in Malaysia only. We look for only authoritative materials and make a few brief subtopics, and among them are the influence of ulama thought in Peninsular Malaysia in the 20th century, the role of Malaysian scholars in the spread of Islam, the contribution of Malaysian scholars in spreading Islam, history of the development of Muslim scholars in Malaysia, and biography of famous Muslim scholars in Malaysia. Next, we will continue with information seeking strategies. Before we want to continue the details of this bibliography, we should know that reference sources are divided into two, namely references and non-references, and each of the two has many more breakdowns under it. Our group has been divided into several works for each person, and this is divided according to the type of resources that can be obtained, such as website, article, online libraries, videos on YouTube, encyclopedia, and many more. We also browse the encyclopedia to find information about Muslim scholars in Malaysia. Each person has made a list of possible uses for each type of resources in detail. One of our members has offered to go to the library in Alustar Kedah to find more detailed information and references there by finding several types of books that are suitable for Muslim scholars in Malaysia.
One of our members also wants to use his special access because of subscribing annually to obtain scientific information, such as journals and others on the ResearchGate platform. We also plan to get information and resources on the website of every university in Malaysia. We will also find the references on this Muslim scholar topic by sourcing from thesis and conference paper. Furthermore, we also want to focus on finding information about this Muslim scholar with sources about people who are well known in a particular field, including his or her life, accomplishment and achievements, which is called a biography. In addition, our groups use a dictionary, the Dewan Bahasa and Pustaka Dictionary, to identify the specific meanings and understand more accurately. Our group also uses USIM's Handbook on Academic Writing as a guide to create the APA, which is American Psychological Association Referencing Style, which is a format for listing references sources. We move to location and access. Having successfully identified and produced a definition of the problem in this study, we have successfully produced several subtopics. Subtopics released are the result of random searches on websites, libraries, and journals. We browsed encyclopedia.com and found the true meaning of Muslim scholar. One of our group members went to the Alustar Public Library to get a consultation from the librarian on our topic, and the librarian gave directions to a special room called Kedah Reference Collection. But the librarian does not give our members the flexibility to take pictures, borrow and remove from the room all the reading materials that are there. Our group members also use the Kedah Public Library Corporations, which is called PPAK, online book search service, which is OPEC, system to obtain online book search services. After using the OPEC service, our group members went to the bookshelf and looked at the code and alphabet, compiled to find books on this topic, and managed to find books such as The Influence of Scholars in Peninsular Malaysia, Biography of Tuan Guru Haji Ni Abdul Aziz, Ulama and Politics, Kedah, and so on. Continuation to the part Location and Access. At ResearchGate, we have obtained some scholarly materials such as Towards a History of Malaysian Ulama, Contributions of Malay Melaka Ulama, Religious Figures from Penang, and many more. We have access to the University of Malaya Library website to find resources and find one of them Master Thesis History and Contributions in the State of Kedah Darul Aman. We started the search to find thesis on conference papers that discuss Muslim scholars who are in Malaysia using the platform and on Google Scholar, and finally found some of the material, and one of them for each source is the writing of Muhammad Sa'adun Awang Othman and Abdul Manaf Sa'ad. We kept trying to find sources such as biographies, and finally found some biographical materials for Muslim scholar, and among them was from Ismail Saleh from Kedah and State Museum Board.
Next is use track information. After we identify and skim the site we want to use, we are ready to read all sources closely and take some notes. Some of my group will print out the website page that related with our title for assignment task, and some of them will choose the journal and any other academic resources related to the title. Next, you see that this information originating from the internet library sources can save on our computer as uneditable file for this subject. We take note to copy down and record the title, web address, author's name for each article or journal and academic website, the number of paragraph on the page which the passage was recorded, and the date we last accessed in each web page. Furthermore, our group representatives have went to the library to find more sources that related with Muslim scholars in Malaysia. After she get the reference material, she choose the best material to do as bibliography task to easily arrange the APS styles for the sources that she find. She also printed some information that can be used for tasks. When we get the information, we read and search together to highlight and mark the most relevant information, and we suggest writing some notes on a blank pieces of paper so that we can be easy to organize and put out the information bibliography later.
Next is synthesis. After we were viewing many websites, journal, academic resources from the book about the related with our title task, and we got this assignment and understood it correctly, then we create a draft by removing a subtopic about the title we got from the lecturer, which is the title Muslim Scholars. Based on our assignment title Muslim Scholar in Malaysia, we need to organize the information we want to present and need to write back in our reports. After that, we determine the order of information according to its importance based on the task guide set by the lecturer. Next, we sort in sequence from reference to non-reference and put the sources like encyclopedia, dictionary, book, library online, biography, and others.
Then we continue. Last step for the big skill, there is an evaluation. Evaluation from our group is as a result of the first to fifth 5 steps in collecting, searching and evaluating the information that we identify. The information obtained is satisfactory and even applicable to the content required by our title. Moreover, throughout this process, we agree that the information required and obtained was sufficient and successfully sought by our group. This is because we had a discussion together first to better understand the title of the assignment, and we were able to create viewpoint of each other's knowledge in executing the assignment properly and perfectly. As a result, therefore, the result of our reference can focus on the topic that has been set by the lecturer, that is a Muslim scholar in Malaysia, accurately, like we choose the biography that is suitable for our group title. That's all from our group. Thank you.